This time, Reagan Duran has 7.
And I just love Duran's confidence. She sees Randall Hurt, much taller player. She just elevates over, gets the ball off the window. Nice bucket from Duran.
Bailey Randall Hurt that time with a good feel. She felt Duran coming over the top for the double team, dropped it to the bottom side, was able to score off the window. 7 points for Bailey Randall Hurt.
And I think that says a lot. If you keep Randall Hurt, in check, as Southeast is doing right now, you're going to have a good chance against this Minneapolis team.
40-23, our score. Here's Heinrich with a 3. That one rattles off. Randall Hurt with the rebound.
And now you're seeing the Simpsons. I think initially the zone was to protect against the three-point line. Now you're seeing the zone protect down low, and Southeast just can't buy a bucket from the outside.
Here's a 3 for Minneapolis. That misses. Nobody but Purple blocking out for Southeast. Good job there. Sutton Douglas ends up with credit for the rebound. Samuelson with a big crossover, pulls up jumper, and that's good. Silky smooth, Kaya Samuelson. A jumper from the short corner off a little crossover that lost the defender, and Southeast of Saline will take a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well. 5:13 left to go. Southeast of Saline knocking on the door of a 20-point lead here on KINA.
Are you ready to make a meaningful impact? Join our professional healthcare team at Salina Regional Health Center. We're seeking dedicated individuals who are eager to provide exceptional care to our community. Our growing organization offers competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and opportunities for growth. We are committed to supporting you in your career. If you're ready to join a team that values compassion, teamwork, and outstanding patient care, apply now at srhc.com or reach out to me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources. Great careers start here. Salina Regional Health Center, we take care of you so you can care for others.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Minneapolis High School, 42-23 the score. Southeast of Saline with 5:13 left to go. This is a Shauna Smith squad that over the years, boy, you got to dig in. It's been a couple of years ago. I know it didn't happen last year. I'd have to go back even further than that. This team just doesn't lose 2 games in a row. You had a feeling coming in off a Tuesday that they would perform much better here tonight, and they have. Of course, it's not over yet. Still a lot of basketball to go. Minneapolis, though, with their turnovers, not helping themselves at all. Here's another one. And now Pearson gets stripped from behind as Riley Robinson takes it back for Minneapolis, and now a foul called on Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, foul's going to be called on Pearson. After she gets the ball stripped, it's going to be, I have her for her 4th. Regardless, you're fine, right? You just played X amount of games without Pearson. You're going to be fine right now. But you're exactly right. It seems like this team always responds well. But I think it's also what just happens. You can analyze stats however you want. When you have a really good team, it's difficult to lose 2 in a row. It's difficult for a team to, multiple teams to beat a team twice in a row. But you're seeing Southeast just come out. They just look a little bit different tonight. A little bit, the defense is more intact than it was against Sacred Heart.
Bailey Randall Hurt inside, turns around, can't score over the top of Douglas. Sutton will clean it up again. Bouncing it out on a running Kaya Samuelson. Kaya up the left-hand side of the floor.
Oh.
Big bounce pass inside. Reagan Duran on the receiving end of that dime from half court. It was a bounce pass from Kaya Samuelson. Now a steal. Taryn Getz. She'll pull up for 3. Count it! Taryn Getz turning a turnover into 3 points for Southeast.
Well, Devin, if you want to take any positive away from the as you see a foul right there on Samuelson, you see Robinson driving to the bucket. If you want to take any positive from that loss against Sacred Heart, it was Duran just getting the lid off the bucket and getting that confidence offensively. Right now, I've got her for 9. That's something we've always seen from Duran, in her years previous. Right now as a junior, we didn't see a lot of scoring until we saw it against Sacred Heart. You start getting her scoring, things are getting really awkward for opposing defenses.
This Southeast defense has only given up 2 points in the 4th quarter. They've only given up 8 points total in the second half. And now another 5-second call as Minneapolis can't get the ball in bounds. They have 12 turnovers here in this second half.
And what a flex. That's just a flex from the coaching staff, from the defense. That shows you're not looking at the score. You don't understand that you're up 25. You're making every single possession difficult. You got to love the 5-second violation from the team defense.
47-23 our score. We're in the second half of the 4th quarter. Samuelson has been really good tonight. Here's Reagan Duran with the 3-pointer from the corner. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, taken in by Taryn Getz. Inside, Charlotte Knopf. Didn't square up, left it short. Rebound, it comes back the other way. Miley McClure with it. Now to Robinson inside. She stumbled around a little bit with it. Kicks it out for a 3. That's no good. Knopf fighting for the rebound. Ends up with Getz chasing it down towards the Minneapolis bench. Taryn in the middle of the floor. She'll go right to Samuelson. Elbow jumper. Kaya rattles off. Knopf with the rebound, and she was fouled. Charlotte Knopf will go to the free throw line for 2.
And again, we saw Knopf miss that. The first shot that started this whole transition game right here, she misses pretty poorly, but she busted her backside down, tries to make it difficult for Randall Hurt to get the rebound. All of a sudden, Getz comes down with it. Knopf sprints her tail back to the other side, gets the offensive rebound, and gets herself to the free throw line.
Charlotte's first free throw is no good. Another one coming up. Abba Pearson has 4 fouls, and I want to talk about that because I like that. Because it doesn't matter if it's your hand, your foot, your hip, or your lip. When you're out for injury and you come in and you're in the action where you have 4 fouls and you've been doing the things that Abba has been doing,
exactly.
To me, that's an icebreaker. You're back into the mix.
Yeah, and without and I don't think any of us had any doubts that Abba could come straight off a couch after a year sitting and be all right with it. As you see Knopf lane violation on that free throw, and Eliana Smith's coming in forward. But yes, you're exactly right. She is the stereotypical gamer. I mean, she will just play. It doesn't matter. Again, she's one of those players that will come from an alumni game in 10 years and bake you for 30, and she'll out-defend everyone and grab every loose ball. That's just how Abigail Pearson plays.
As you said, Eliana Smith into the game. Minneapolis goes down to Riley Robinson. Robinson got her feet crossed up, and she kicks it back out. Approaching the 3-minute mark here of this fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline, it's been all Lady Trojans in the second half and really for most of this game. 47-23, a Minneapolis turnover.
Yeah, and we're seeing, again, we continue to harp on this, but it's just the defense. Everything is difficult. We understand that Minneapolis, they struggle with the guard play. They're really strong down low, but if you just continue to guard on the perimeter, you can't ever get into a flow offensively.
Getz with a right wing 3. That one crawled out on her. Boy, I thought that was going down for her 3rd of the night. But it came out. Minneapolis with the ball back. Try to lob it inside. Reagan Duran pokes it up in the air. Now it's a foot race the other way. Duran diving on the floor. Can't come up with it. Still sticking with it, though, as she chased the line into the backcourt. Robinson has been in the lane this whole time that has gone on.
But then I just love to see it. Like, this is as you see right there, a foul's gone in Southeast. But it's a 24-point game. Reagan gets deflecting the basketball, and she's sprinting down, trying to create another loose ball. Like, you don't see that very often, but that's just the mentality. Again, they have no idea what the score is. If the game is close, obviously they're going to play towards, situational basketball. But other than that, they're just going. They are going nonstop. Again, that's the mentality you have to have continue going on. As you Samison substituted off.
I should also note, while Riley Robinson was in the lane the whole time, Eliana Smith had a knee buried in her backside. She was not going anywhere. Layla Lund has checked into the game for Southeast of Saline. There's a lob pass down low. Robinson ends up scooping up the loose ball. Now a shot put up. That's no good. But it is good on the second attempt by Atlee Smith. 4 points for Atlee Smith.
Yeah, strong finish from Smith. Atlee had Eliana Smith, on her right arm right there. Looks like Eliana got away with a foul. Atlee finishes strong with her left.
Lund has it on the left-hand side. Now to Duran. They'll swing it around. Ends up with Getz on the right-hand side. Taryn, ball above her head, now takes one dribble, returns it back to Heinrich. 1:49 left to go. Here's a pass that got deflected, but Duran saves it for Southeast. Shot clock down to 10. Getz has it. Lob pass inside to Smith. Eliana cannot handle it, and it goes out of bounds off of Minneapolis. It will stay here with Southeast. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
And Annika Barnaby comes into the lineup as well. So I love it. I love it when you're getting young Trojans in there and you're running a baseline inbounds play. Like, let's see how well you've studied.
47-25. Here's Smith open, rising up, can't get it to go. Fighting for her own rebound, though, and going down to the floor with a lion. The arrow will give it to Minneapolis.
And I say everybody passed that test right there, right? Like, you get a wide open shot for Smith. Smith misses it. And to see Smith explode up for the offensive rebound, lose it when she comes down. Like to see that, though. Everybody knew what they were doing. It's always I came off the bench all the time. Never started. So I'm used to this bench stuff, and I never knew what play was calling. It's good to see that everybody was on the right page.
1:23 left to go here in this one. Bailey Randall Hurd up top. Now she'll drive to the lane, kick it out. There's a baseline drive now. Back out to Bailey Randall Hurt. She'll launch a 3. Air ball, no good. And now the ball out of bounds. We'll go back the other way with Southeast of Saline. 70 seconds left to go. Keep it with us here in postgame. We'll go over numbers from this game. Also have a Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. And turn the corner. Get you ready for game number 2 coming up with the guys' turn here at Minneapolis High School. Getz has it, top of the circle. Now to Smith, 15-foot jumper off the front of the rim, no good. And a rebounding foul will track us back the other way as Minneapolis will have it 58 seconds left to go.
And, David, I know we'll talk about it more in the postgame, but you're coming into Minneapolis. Right now you're up 47-25 with less than a minute to go. Reese Heinrich, 0 points.
And still on the floor, by the way.
Still on the floor and still making, just creating havoc. I mean, Again, her value cannot be measured in points. Like what she does for this team, when she gives you points, watch out. But she doesn't have to score just to absolutely create havoc for other teams.
And I'm telling you, the other 4 starters that are on the bench right now watching Reese play are having as much fun watching Reese play as we're having watching Reese play.
She doesn't stop. There's nothing that turns her off right there as you see Getz pick up, I believe, her 4th. But, you're exactly right. And that's what you have to have from a point guard, right? You have to be the one that does the dirty stuff. You have to be the one that does the stuff that goes unnoticed by most people. I know Shauna Smith highlights it all the time as the first free throw goes in. I know that she is loved and highlighted by her team and by her coaching staff. But what she's done tonight is just flip this game regardless of how many points she scored.
First free throw was made by Minneapolis. Second one missed. They keep their own rebound, though. Haley Parks was the one that made that free throw, and now another foul coming up on Southeast of Saline. Well, here's the ultimate compliment, too, for a point guard. It's when we get late in the game, and I'm going to put a lineup on the floor that probably isn't used to working together that much, you're going to stay on the floor with them because you're the glue.
Yes.
And that's the ultimate compliment.
Because without that, it looks a little bit differently when you start making subs as the first free throw goes. You're exactly right, because you can't function without that person. And also, here's another compliment to Heinrich. We haven't seen you force shots. Like a lot of times when you're a scorer and you haven't scored a lot, you'll see shots just getting forced up as that second free throw goes. You haven't seen that. Like the ringleader understands what's going on. She's doing exactly what she needs to do.
Lund has it on the right-hand side. Now back to Heinrich. 16 seconds left to go before we wrap this one up. The ball intended for Smith inside. That one's going to be deflected and taken away. Minneapolis trying to get a shot here at the buzzer. They put a shot up with 2 seconds left. Gets to secure the rebound, and that will do it. Still yet to lose back-to-back games in quite some time. Southeast of Saline, after the loss to Sacred Heart on Friday, comes into Minneapolis, and they will hand Minneapolis their 4th loss of the season. 47-28, our final score. Minneapolis drops to 6-4 on the season. They are now 3-3 in league play, while Southeast of Saline goes to 6-3 on the season, and they get a much-needed league win, evening their record at 500, 2 wins, 2 losses in the NCAA. 47-28 is our final score. When we come back, we'll go over final numbers for you. Also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up when we come back after a Lady Trojan victory. The Commercial Tire Center's postgame show is coming up next here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here on the postgame report, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. It's after a Lady Trojan victory, 47-28 over the Minneapolis Lions. 14 points, leading all scorers tonight was Kaya Samuelson. And it may not seem like it, but Kaya, that's a new season high for her. Her previous high was 13 points at Beloit in another league contest. So Kaya tonight goes for 14, also with a new season high tonight. Senior Sutton Douglas with 11 points. She ties a previous season high that she scored 11 points against Republic County. So 14 and 11, the two Lady Trojans in double digits tonight, and they did it in much different ways. Kaya Samuelson with 14, Sutton Douglas with 11. Reagan Duran had a week where she scored 29 points, 20 points on Tuesday, 9 points here tonight, following it up. 6 points by Taryn Getz tonight, 5 points for Abba Pearson in her return back to the lineup, and 2 points for Charlotte Knopf. For Minneapolis, they were led tonight 7 points by Bailey Randall Hurt. Southeast did a really, really good job with her, limiting her to half of her season average. Also 5 points for Addison Abel, 4 points for Atlee Smith, 3 for Miley McClure, and also 3 for Riley Robinson, 3 for Haley Parks, all free throws in the fourth quarter as she came off the bench, and 1 for McKenna Warlock. Southeast of Saline, 3 of 10 from the free throw line. Minneapolis, 8 of 16. The big difference in this one, turnovers. 24 turnovers for Minneapolis, just 10 for Southeast of Saline. And Southeast actually went almost 2 quarters of play without turning the basketball over. They finished tonight with 10 turnovers in their 6th win of the season, 47-28. Tyler, what do you think here when we look at a Vernon Jewelers gym of the game? Kaya Samuelson was really good. This was probably her best all-around game of the season. We've seen her have really good offensive games. We've seen her have some really, really good defensive games. This was probably one of the games, though, she put it all together. 14 points for her. That's kind of where I lean in this one. But also, we got to give a tip of the hat to Sutton Douglas. The job that she did inside, and she outscored Bailey Randall Hurd. If you want to put them head-to-head in this game, it was a +4 for Sutton Douglas.
No, Devin, you're exactly right. I mean, what we saw Samuelson, there's just a little, glimpse of what she can do. When she gets going, she can, again, score from all 3 levels. She's athletic enough. She's dynamic enough. She can hit the outside 3. She can hit that mid-range jumper. We saw her cross some players over. She's also strong enough and athletic enough to finish down low. What Douglas did against Randall Hurt defensively and then offensively, super impressive. But when you talk about the turnovers, I can't stop thinking about just how impressive Heinrich was defensively. But then it's the glue, right? It's Pearson. When you start talking about turnovers, it's eliminating turnovers because all of a sudden that's another ball handler on the court that can help bring the ball up the court. But then again, defensively, it's that quarterback, it's that free safety back there, it's that extra coach on the court that can get everybody in position. And if somebody's out of position, she knows where to go without giving up an easy bucket. I just thought it was a great way to get the game going, having Pearson come off the bench. But again, you saw Knopf do things, like it's given her more confidence because she understands when she comes to the game that, like, what her role is. She doesn't need to score. She just goes out there and grabs rebounds. Like, again, if anything, it's adding just 5 more fouls. We've seen the Southeast of Saline team in foul trouble, the last couple of games because all of a sudden you don't have that player that can guard perimeter and down low. I think Abba brings so much, but you're exactly right. It's what Kaya Samuelson did offensively and defensively tonight with Douglas, with Heinrich, with Duran. I mean, Duran's doing things as well.
As you go through all that, I'm like, we haven't even mentioned Reagan Duran in the night. She averaged 14.5 points a game, but yet tonight she was all over the court on defense.
And that gives her the freedom. I think, a lot of these players had to do different things with Pearson's absence, and all of a sudden when she's back, they can go back to being the players that we saw them being last year. Here's where things get fun for us and dangerous for the opposition.
47-28, our final score. Vernon Jewelers gym of the game. Pretty non-committal answer right there, but we'll go with Samuelson and Douglas tonight as they had complete games inside and outside. As I said, they were responsible for different parts of the floor and different parts of their responsibilities tonight. They played them pretty well. Let's turn the corner now. Let's get to the guys' game. We are about 9.5 minutes away from National Anthem starters and the tip. It's coming up Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis on the boys' side. When we come back, we'll revisit a conversation we had earlier tonight with head coach Francis Flax. Let's turn the corner now. Let's get to the guys' game. Right around the corner. Stay tuned right here on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here at halftime of the girls' contest in Minneapolis, 22-15 the score. Southeast of Saline leading by 7. Time now to catch up on the Southeast of Saline Trojans on the guys' side. To help us do that, head coach Francis Flax. And Coach, a loss the other night to Sacred Heart in a game that at home. And boy, it was just one of those kind of classic Sacred Heart outings where they just ran up and down the floor. They hit a couple of threes. They did things in a timely manner. What were your thoughts of that game against the state-ranked Knights on Tuesday?
Well, the Sacred Heart is good. That's number one.
Yeah.
They're well-rounded. We kind of played into their hands, I think, a little bit. Because I talked to you before the game about, we needed to slow tempo. Well, you get behind, and then that's nature to try to catch up in a hurry, and the more you hurry, the more mistakes you make, and they capitalize on about every mistake we made. So that being said, I'm never going to fault the effort of these guys because they've got a lot of heart. We just got to find ways to, number one, finish at the rim. We just cannot score at the rim for some reason. And we sometimes in practice it's the same way. But then there's other times in practice where, it just happens, and we need that to happen tonight.
Yeah, you and I talked about that before the game, and we saw it during the game. There were several times that the ball just halfway down, halfway in, and I just wouldn't go. But this is probably the closest I think that you have had this season. There's been one of a few times that you've had 3 players right around that double-digit mark. 11 points for Lyric Lilly. He had 10 out of Adam Teal and 9 out of Tiernan Potacek. But you had some other guys still chipping in between 2 and 5 points. This is probably the most well-rounded scoring game that you've had so far. Other than the tempo, how do you feel about your offense?
Well, we did a lot of things right on the offense. We got decent shots. We moved the ball pretty well. Like you said, we got to hit a couple from the inside, and then we got to hit a couple from the outside, and that manifests itself in good things. The other thing is, we only went to the free throw line 6 times in that game.
Yeah.
And that really hurt us. And they go in 29 times. It has nothing to do with refereeing, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It had all to do with us. And hopefully we got some of that fixed this week. We'll find out in about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, big discrepancy at the free throw line. They had 29 attempts. Urias had just 6. Defensively, this is one of the harder teams to guard in the state of Kansas. The way that their guards can break you down, and then, as we talked about, either they get a layup or they kick it out for a 3. They're efficient, it seems like, equally either way. How did you think about your defense? What are your feelings on them Tuesday?
Well, a lot of times we were going to be in good position, but we were just a half a step late.
Yeah.
And you can't be almost against those guys. You have to be there when they are ready to catch the basketball or make their move to the basket. You can't play a half step behind and expect to stop that team.
What do you think about this Minneapolis team? This is a team that got a big victory against Lions on Tuesday, and Owen Just is their motor. He makes everything go. It seems like we've been talking about him for 8 years now, but this team they've got some hustle. They got a new coach, and they're off to a decent start this year. They got a few wins already.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched several film on them, and I tell you what, they run everything through him, but they've been doing that for a couple of years now. So that's nothing new. First of all, you have to stop him. You have to stop their inside game. They've got a rebounder, their offensive rebounder that really pounds the glass hard. We got to keep him off of there. We don't want him to get any second or third chances. I think this is a team that if we get out and pressure the way we can, I think we can create some turnovers and possibly get some easy buckets. But You know, it all looks good on paper.
Yeah.
But you got to play the game.
That's right. What do you want to see most from your guys tonight? As you said, this is a team competitively. You guys should be right in this game with a chance to win it. What do you want to see most from your guys?
Well, I want to see us get off to a good start, number one, and then just be consistent throughout the game. Keep the pressure on them. This is the kind of team, if you let them hang around, you could lose. You've got to get up on them, keep the pressure on them, and not let them think that they have a chance to get back in it.
Sounds good. Good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you, Devin.
Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight trying to rebound from a 63-45 loss.
This is Jeff with Vanderbilts in Salina. We've added Tecovas to our Western boot lineup. We have some great styles in men's, the Doc, the Dusty, and the Earl. Ladies, we have the Maggie, the Jamie, the Abby, and the Annie. Tecovas, born in Texas, made by hand. There's nothing like pulling on a perfect pair of boots. After all, good times usually follow a good pair of boots.
What boots and Vanderbilts?
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast rock.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope. Just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can't I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Per three-pointer, bang! Coyote fans, don't forget that Copyco is the only retailer in town where you can buy great gear at a great price to showcase your K-Dub pride. Don't see what you're looking for on the racks? They can custom make items so you can support any athlete on any team, from t-shirts and hats to hoodies and so much more. Your home for Kansas Wesleyan gear is Copyco in Salina, located at 2346 Planet Avenue.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic!
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
Oh no! That's the sound of your company's insurance rates going up. You didn't buy Triple Melt De-Icer from Sage Products, did you? Don't just grab any old ice melt from the store. Get Triple Melt De-Icer from Sage Products. It won't harm your concrete or vegetation. And the best part, Sage delivers for free in Salina. We also supply a wide variety of janitorial and maintenance supplies to keep your business or home looking its best. Give Sage a call at 309-1919 or visit us at sageselects.com. Sage Products, the right call every time.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Minneapolis High School, getting ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader as Southeast of Saline will try to get the first sweep of the season. To do that, the Southeast of Saline guys will have to take their part and take care of the Minneapolis Lions. Lions come in, they're 2-7 overall, 2-3 in league play. They got a big win over Lions on Tuesday, 53-51. They will start Grant Rice, a 6'1 senior, 3 points, 3 rebounds a game, along with Owen Just, their leading scorer. Just is a 6' senior, 13 points, 4 rebounds a contest. Tanner Norris, a 6'1 senior, 6 points, 3 rebounds for him. Max Helgett, a 5'11 junior, 3 points, 1 rebound. And Kingston Darnay in the inside. He is a 5A senior, 5 points, 5 rebounds a game. For Southeast of Saline, under the direction of Francis Flax, they will start Kane Sawyers, a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist per game. Also Isaiah Kerr, a 6' senior, 6 points, 5 rebounds. He leads the team in steals. He also gets 2.5 assists per contest. Tiernan Potacek, one of the leading scorers on this team, the junior, 12.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. He also leads the team in assists at 4 per game. And rounding out the starting lineup, 6'3 senior Adam Teal, 12.5 points a game. Also leading the team in rebounding, 8 rebounds a game. He also leads the team in blocks. Francis Flax is assisted by Trent Douglas and Joe Ross. Minneapolis' new coach in his first year is Trent Brubaker. Once again, it is the 1-7 Southeast of Saline Trojans, the 2-7 Minneapolis Lions. After a 63-45 loss to Sacred Heart on Tuesday, Kevin Lilly, your New Image Audio, keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline.
I just think for Southeast, we've just got to kind of get some stuff rolling in the right direction. I think there's so many things that this team has to do as far as offensively and defensively, slowing the game down methodically, just kind of grinding a game out, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for them just to kind of come into the Lions building and take the momentum from them early. I think that's the biggest key, and Coach Flax said it, start fast. Like, we haven't had a game yet other than probably the Lindsberg game, Smoky Valley game, that we started off fast. We kind of got behind the 8 ball so many times and just struggled to catch up. I think that's probably the biggest key, is just to start fast.
Southeast of Saline will hit the floor wearing their road purple jerseys, trimmed in black and white. Minneapolis on their home floor in their mostly white jerseys. A lot of red and some blue trim on that as well. Just about ready to go here. If you missed it earlier, Southeast of Saline's girls, a dominant performance tonight. They won 47-28 over the Minneapolis Lady Lions. Southeast wins the tip. They'll start out here on offense with Tiernan Potacek working from left to right. Live stream video tonight, presented free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Had a little bit of an internet glitch earlier. We started a new stream, so if you're watching or waiting on the boys' game to start after the girls' game, might have to change that channel a little bit on YouTube. Here's a three-pointer. Tiernan Potacek up and good.
And that's a great start for Southeast early, because last game Tiernan Potacek scores 9 points in the first quarter and doesn't score the rest of the game. So that's something to also keep an eye on, that consistency with scoring.
3-0 Southeast of Saline after scoring on the first possession of the night. Owen Just now with the basketball. He'll sling it off to the left-hand side. Grant Rice now in the middle of the floor. Max Helgett has it. He'll come back now to Tanner Norris. Here's a drive into the paint. Shot up, and a foul will be called on Southeast of Saline on their first possession defensively. Free throws coming up for Minneapolis on the shooting foul. That foul on Kane Sawyers is first.
And for us, if we're going to overplay Just, somebody else for Minneapolis is going to have to carry the load. You know, if we're going to double down on Just and force the ball out of his hands, somebody else is going to start the action. We got to be aware of that.
Norris' first free throw is up and good. Second one on the way, canned them both. 3-2 is our score. Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis both scoring on their first possessions of the night. There's Potacik, no-look pass, hard pass down low. And a little bit too much time taken inside by Hendricks Lund. He really didn't have to put that ball on the floor, Kevin. Should have just went up and put it off the backboard.
Yeah, I agree. I think he felt that pressure coming, like he got to give a pump fake to get a guy in the air. I think he's just got to go straight up with that.
Skip pass over the top of everybody. Now they go back inside Owen Just. Triple team by Southeast. They poke the ball away. Trojans unable to take custody of it, though. Stays with Minneapolis. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a little drive to the right. Norris works his way to the right-hand elbow. Now back out into the hands of Grant Rice. Shot clock down to 4. Just sees it. Spin move in the paint. Travel with the basketball before the ball went in off the backboard. First turnover on Minneapolis.
And defensively, you know, we're moving really, really well. We're cutting off their drivers, and you know, we're making them work.
Here's a drive into the paint, and the left hand pays off inside for Adam Teal. Nice little drive inside, finishing with that left hook.
Yeah, and back-to-back offensive possessions where we did really good things, you know, and 2 out of 3 scoring on 2 out of 3 offensive possessions.
Second chance opportunity for Minneapolis. They're going to call the foul on the floor. Minneapolis bench really excited there after the move and the foul for Tanner Norris, but the official says that foul is on the floor, so not only will Norris not go to the free throw line, the 2 points is wiped off the board after a foul on Adam Teal, his first.
And there again, that's another thing we talked about the last game is those second chance opportunities. We've got to be able to put a body on somebody and go get a rebound.
Out to Deronay. He will spin mid-lane. Shot up, no good. Cleaned up by Teal. Adam Teal down low. Gets the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Now hands it off to Isaiah Kerr, who will bring it across that big Lion logo and the big M in the middle of the floor here at Minneapolis. Teal on the left-hand side. Far corner. Swings it back around Kerr. Kerr now waiting on Potacik. Little ball fake there. He comes back right-hand side to Lund. Hendricks Lund with it. He'll play it to Sawyers. Now Potacik. Quick trigger 3 off the heel, no good. Fight for the rebound. Tapped out by Sawyers. He keeps it alive. Ends up now on the right-hand side with Hendricks Lund. Potacik again. He wants to drive. Gets into the paint. Owen Just knocks it away at the last moment. And they're going to say Minneapolis basketball last to touch was Tiernan Potacik.
And I'll tell you right now, from this game to previous games, our ball movement has been really good early. Like, we're crisp with our passes, we're crisp with our cuts, and good things are starting to happen offensively.
Man-to-man defense being applied here by Southeast of Saline. 4:53 left to go here, first quarter. Just underway in Minneapolis. Here's Just off the run. Hoists the 3, can't get it to go. Another rebound for Sawyers. Southeast wants to push. Lund with it on the left-hand side of the floor. Gets his way to the glass and scores. We haven't had many fast break points this season at all for Southeast of Saline, but that time Hendricks Lund on the attack. Finished on the left-hand side.
And that's kind of what we've been talking about with Hendricks. Those are the abilities that he has. He's just got to believe. You got to trust his abilities and go get those.
Just for 3. That one pops out. Teal with another rebound. Is right now Teal and Sawyers owning the paint with the rebounds for Southeast of Saline. It's been a one-and-done adventure for Minneapolis' offense. And now Tiernan Potacik tries to drive on the left-hand side. Just in there to tie him up. And the arrow will keep it with Southeast of Saline on the dual possession. Into the game for Minneapolis, Brecken Weatherman, a freshman for the first time. We will also see Kenyon Duryea for the first time. He is a 5'10 freshman. Well, maybe some discussion now about the arrow.
We won jump ball.
And there hasn't been
and there hasn't been one.
Yep.
I
think it will go to the Lions.
Correction, possession Minneapolis. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now, early on, you can see how they're collapsing down on Tiernan on his drives. We've got to send somebody else there so he can dump that off to really make them play us honestly.
Full court pressure here. Here's a poke by Sawyers. Kane coming out of the middle of the floor. He lost it, but now plays it out to Hendricks Lund. Lund with it now. Bounce pass top of the key to Potacek. Three-pointer won't go in. And now a rebound taken in by Owen Just.
But that's one of the things that we have talked about is that this team can pressure, but we've got to be able to make buckets.
Here takes it away. Here's Lund. Now a spin move. Off to Teal. Reverse layup. Good. That's the best fast break Southeast has had all year, and it prompts a 30-second timeout. Give the credit to Isaiah Kerr, who started it in the dirt with the steal.
And it's those 50-50 balls that we haven't got very many of them either. And you know, you get a 50-50 ball and you get something in transition like that, it kind of sparks those runs.
Have some girls' finals to pass along to you. Rock Creek tonight. They obliterate Abilene 65-18. Also, Salina South's girls, the state-ranked Lady Cougars, they come from behind on the road in Hutchinson, and they win 42-40 in a close one. Remington tonight, the state-ranked Lady Broncos of Remington, 59-21 over El Saline. And also Southeast of Saline's ladies, 47-28 over Minneapolis, led by Kaya Samuelson with 14. Sutton Douglas had 11. Reagan Duran with 9 in the scoring column for SES. 9-2 here. Francis Flack's squad off to a good start. That's what he wanted out of his team. They have an early 7-point lead here after playing about 4.5 minutes. 3:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Glad you could join us for Southeast of Saline basketball. Everybody that you see in the stands on live stream video, free admission from the Bennington State Bank. Here's Owen Just with a right wing three. First field goal for Minneapolis here in this game. Southeast with it back now on offense. Your response here for Southeast is important. Kerr with it. Now Potacek, little head and shoulder fake. Got Darnay in the air. Now Potacek all the way to the cup and scores. Tiernan on a little bit of a crafty move from the right-hand side.
I don't know how he got that up. I mean, he split those two defenders, and I didn't think he had enough room to get it up off the backboard.
11-5 is our score. But again, a big three out of the timeout that gave Minneapolis some juice there. Southeast of Saline, that bucket was important early on in this game.
And if there's one guy you just can't leave out there for Minneapolis, it is Just. And you got to know that. And we were late on a closeout.
There's a ball on the floor that has been traveled with. It's been possessed by both teams. It's been pretty much everything but flattened. Finally, they call a traveling violation on Minneapolis for their third turnover of this first quarter. Southeast yet to commit a turnover yet, as Tristan Swank will come in. Also, Lyric Lilly coming in. Lyric was the leading scorer, and maybe that's the answer here for Southeast with Potacek collecting that defense and making them collapse. A kick-out shooter for Lyric Lilly may be the answer here.
Yeah.
Here's Tiernan using a high screen from Swank. Now he'll play it off to Teal, right wing. Adam with a full 360. Plays it off to Lyric Lilly. 2:14 left to go here first quarter. Now back to Potacek. It's a 6-point Southeast lead. Potacek drags Darnay out. Now plays it to Lilly. Lilly plays it to Swank. Potacek pulls back at the left-hand elbow. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Owen Just will take custody inside for Minnie. Here comes the senior. He'll play a long bounce pass to Grant Rice. Now back into the hands of Max Helget. Kenyon Darnay, the freshman. He and Kingston both on the floor right now. Here's Just, one dribble and a three-pointer. That's no good. And the rebound taken in by Adam Teal.
And there again, you know, when you play with the lead, you can do so much more. Defensively, offensively, you can run different stuff, and you can give kids breaks.
Adam Teal for three off the right-hand side. That came off the skip over the top of the defense, and Adam Teal has an early 7 points. 14-5 now to start for SES. 1:10 left to go. Into Kingston Darnay, a big bump there by Swank, and the foul on the floor will be the third team foul for Southeast of Saline. Swank's first. So Minneapolis will have a chance to run some baseline offense here. Owen Just will be the inbounder underneath their own basket. 66 seconds left to go, and a beautiful shot fading to the left up and in there.
And we
Rice.
we just fell asleep on the inbounds pass. We weren't ready to go when the ball was handed to Minneapolis.
That's Rice's first bucket of the night. 14-7, closing minute of the first period. Kerr over to Potacek. Tiernan now to Teal. Out to Lilly. Here's Lyric's first shot. That's no good. Just with the rebound. Back the other way comes Minneapolis. There is a 5-second differential between shot and game clock. It won't matter, though. Tristan Swank takes it away for Southeast of Saline's defense.
I mean, Tristan just met him there.
The Lions went driving in to Swank that time, and now Lyric Lilly gets into traffic and is fouled. He will go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws with 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter and try to extend this 7-point Southeast of Saline lead.
You know, I had said in the last game, I feel like everything is so hard offensively. This game, with the way our ball movement is, it feels like we're getting everything we want. It feels like it's more natural, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's not forced. The action is not always forced.
Teal and Kerr both come out of the game. Sawyers and Lund back in. Lilly made the first free throw, missed the second. It's an 8-point Southeast of Saline lead. 17 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It's Just and Potacek dancing together across the timeline. Just gives it up into the hands now of Norris. Back to Just. Potacek got him from behind, and they're going to say a foul. Tiernan tried to reach around and knock that ball away and start a break, but it's going to be a foul on Tiernan Potacek, his first. Fourth team foul. Now Southeast at the limit for the last 5.5 seconds. Lob pass over the top to Norris. They faked it back to Just. Norris will go to score. It's going to be a foul down low on Hendricks Lund. Shooting foul, 2 free throws coming up for Tanner Norris. He is already 2 for 2 in this game, and that foul on Hendricks Lund, his first.
And Hendricks was really good all the way down until he kind of came down. If he jumps straight up, I think that it's a play on, but his hands come down over the top, and he makes contact with him, so they have no choice but to call it there.
Norris missed the first free throw. Southeast has 5 team fouls, but good news for the Trojans, they're all spread out. Nobody has more than 1. Norris' second free throw is good. He has 3 points, all at the stripe. See if Southeast can do something here. Tiernan Potacek from 2/3 court. High arcing shot. Nearly good. Remember, he hit a half quarter here a year ago. 15-8 is our score. Francis Flax wanted a good start from his guys. That's what he has here at the end of one. Trojans lead it by 7. Back with more Trojan basketball. You're listening on KINA and also watching live stream video paired with the radio broadcast on SalinaPost.com. It's presented tonight by the Shelter Insurance Agency of Cale Sharp.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
15-8 our scores. We start second quarter action. It's Bennington State night. Bennington State Bank night out here in Minneapolis. Easy for me to say, right? They have picked up the tab and paid everybody's admission, including Kevin Lilly here tonight.
I did not have to pay today.
Yeah, how about that? Down low, Teal with the basketball. He kicks it out to Isaiah Kerr. His three-pointer up no good. And a rebound inside for Owen Just. A rebounding foul will be called against Southeast of Saline. Foul on Kane Sawyers. It is his second.
And, some of the things that we've kind of dealt with is, the lack of a bench. But if Tiernan can get some rest, it's only going to benefit us later in the third and the fourth quarter, too.
Yeah, right now we're witnessing something we haven't seen a whole lot this year, and that's Tiernan Potacek on the bench getting a breather. Here's Deronay up top, little head and shoulder fake, and he's going to step on the accelerator, take it down the right-hand side of the lane, and Kingston Deronay scores his first basket of the night. Minneapolis has brought this back to within 5 after trailing by 9. Kerr with it. Right-hand side now to Teal. They'll swing it around. Now left-hand side of the floor to Hendricks Lund. Back up top now, Lyric Lilly standing between the rings in the middle of the floor. He'll bounce it over to Kerr. Kerr takes a look inside. Teal trying to do some work in there. Not much going on inside, though, right now. Here's Lyric Lilly with it. Now back out to Teal. He'll dump it out to Kerr. Shot clock down to 0. Southeast got a foul. It's a shooting foul here with 0 on the clock. Boy, if there was instant replay in high school basketball, I'd want to see that all day long. But here's what I've heard about these systems. And you look at these systems in high school gyms that we bounce around to, almost all of them are the same type and the same brand. Mm-hmm. I heard this right out of the gate, is you cannot hear those alarms when you're on the floor. They are not like the scoreboard alarm that you just heard go off in my headset. It's a high-pitched, I'm not going to imitate it because I don't want to lose the viewers that we have, but it's hard to hear when you're on the floor. That may have paid a little bit into what happened there with the official.
And you were talking about the brand. I did not see the light. Does this not have a light behind the scoreboard?
No.
I think that plays a part, too, because they're watching the game. They're looking for that bright light as well. They're trying to watch two different things.
Nonetheless, a charging foul will be called in transition on Owen Just. As I was going to say, nonetheless, Southeast could not capitalize on those free throws as they were both missed.
Yep.
(15-10) our score here. Isaiah Kerr remains scoreless after missing both those free throws at the other end. That foul was on, charging foul was on Owen just a little bit ago. Was good for Minneapolis' 5th turnover. Here's Kerr with an offensive rebound that went high off the rim, bounced right back out to him on the left wing. Adam Teal got caught in a shuffle, and that is Southeast of Saline's first turnover. It comes with 6:04 left to go in the second quarter.
The one thing I would like to see offensively right now is for them to try to get buckets inside, to, get physical inside and work that inside-outside game.
Here's a near steal. Tiernan Potacek goes checked back into the game. Your Southeast lineup for you right now is Potacek, Sawyers, along with Lund, Teal, and Kerr. So you're starting 5 for tonight on the floor right now for Southeast. They have played so far 7 guys total. Minneapolis has done the same. 15-10, Southeast leads it by 5. They'll dump it down low. Kingston Deronay, little up and under move. Looked like he traveled with it as he went back to the right. But the offensive rebound off the miss stays here with Minneapolis, and it ends up going back to Deronay, who finishes with one hand. Kingston Deronay, 4 points for him here in this quarter. He's the only person on either team to score in this second quarter. Here's Potacek with a shot block. Sawyer's trying to save it. It's Deronay, though, with custody of it. Big break here. Owen Just all the way to the baseline. Turns it over. Hendricks Lund takes it away. Southeast back the other way here. Kerr. Potacek open. Left hand three-pointer won't go. Rebound tapped out. But it's taken by Minneapolis and now turned over. How is that not a traveling violation of some sort? It's either a foul on Southeast on the push or it's a travel on Minneapolis. It cannot be neither.
They call it jump ball.
Between him and the logo,
yes,
I think.
Yes, and there was nobody there for us.
I have trouble understanding that.
Yeah.
Just with a fadeaway jumper. Boy, he's smooth, and he's good at that move. Owen Just now with 5. And all of a sudden, Minneapolis has erased a 9-point Southeast of Saline lead. Southeast still looking for their first points of this second quarter.
And that's part of the issue that we talked about. When you go long droughts without scoring, you allow the team to get right back into the game.
Potacik with a floater on the baseline, left-hand side. That's no good. Kingston Darnay with yet another rebound. He'll play it out. Now he'll go to Tanner Norris. Norris dribbling up top as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter. Norris gave it up. He got it back, and now a shove in the back will be called against Southeast of Saline. Hendricks Lund will collect his second personal foul.
Southeast foul number 2, Hendricks Lund, his second, team second.
30-second timeout. Called here. Southeast of Saline wants to talk about it. Francis Flax wants a 30. 4:11 left to go here in the second quarter. 15-14. Southeast of Saline leads it by 1 here on KINA.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
15-14 our score. 4:11 left to go here in the second quarter of the guys contest. Southeast of Saline leads Minneapolis by 1. Lions with the basketball. Here's a two-pointer put up by the younger Kenyon Darnay. He missed it. Owen Just on the putback. He cannot get it to go. Minneapolis still, though, on the tip, and they're going to hit the 3. 3 chances to score, and Brecken Weatherman will get the three-pointer from the right wing. It's a 2-point Minneapolis lead, their first of the night.
And the last couple of possessions for them, they've gotten multiple opportunities. We've got to clean that up and limit them to that one shot.
Down low. Teal with it. He will be fouled as Owen Just came across and got his hand caught in the move of Adam Teal. That'll be the second personal foul for Owen Just. Team foul number 3.
And that's where I want to see them attack Minneapolis. I want to see them work that ball inside and let them collapse and find Tiernan. Find these shooters on the outside like Hendricks and Tiernan.
Potacik with it. Inside to Teal. Didn't use the window. Didn't matter. Dropped it in right over the front of the rim from the right-hand block. Adam Teal now with 9. We are tied back up at 17. That's the first basket for Southeast of Saline in this second quarter. Minneapolis working around the perimeter. Looked like Norris was trying to buy a call or got hit in the face. I think the way he came out, he actually got hit in the right eye.
Yeah.
Here's Just now trying that runner on the right-hand side. No good again, but he sneaks back in, gets his own rebound, and puts it in. Owen Just beat 3 different Southeast players that time and got his own rebound. Here's Teal with a three-pointer near side corner, and that's good. Adam Teal carrying Southeast of Saline now with 5 points here in the second quarter, has a dozen for the game.
Yeah, and the thing is for Southeast, like offensively, we're doing a lot of good things, but we just got to stop allowing them. He faded out of bounds, jumped back inbounds, got his rebound, and still made up.
Yeah, he was totally out of play after that shot. Here's another stumble and another traveling violation that goes uncalled. I don't understand how that happens.
I didn't realize you could pick the ball up, put it back on the ground, take 2 steps, and then still go.
He walked all the way across the paint from one side to the other with it. Here's a shot missed. Potacik looking for Teal. Taken away by Just a second turnover for Southeast of Saline. Now called a charge, and then they change it to a block. How do you do that? The baseline official had the hand behind the head, called it a charge, and then changed it to a blocking foul on Southeast of Saline. Francis Flax has both of his hands out wondering why. He's saying it was a charge. The official that made the call goes and calls on his other 2 officials for help, and I'm not sure what he's calling. I hate to be critical, but that was...
So basket was good. They called basket good, right?
I guess, yeah.
But how is it on Isaiah? It would have been on Tiernan, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tiernan was the guy that was taking the charge. So it would have been on Tiernan.
I have no idea.
Okay. Okay.
And a three-point play for Kenyon Darnay. Potacik for three for Southeast. Gets it to go. That's good perseverance by Southeast of Saline. Tiernan Potacik with 8 points.
But even then, like the perseverance, they didn't force anything. They ran good offense, found Tiernan in the corner wide open. I mean, that's just good offense.
Yeah, there's been a couple of plays, couple of calls that really could have got Southeast rattled in this first half, but the Trojans are sticking with it. Here's another foul inside now. This one will send Kingston Darnay to the free throw line. This foul will go against Tristan Swank. It's his second. I'm not here to be critical or say negative things. I just want to understand.
Yeah.
That's my whole goal, and I don't understand a couple of things that have gone on here. One of two at the free throw line for Kingston Darnay. He has 5 points here in this second quarter. Tied at 23 as we work our way towards halftime. Now a foul called on Minneapolis. Down low. This away from the basketball, and it's on Owen Just. It is his third. That is a huge foul in the makeup of this game.
And this is where me as a coach and, calling games, like once he gets back in the game, I got to understand that as a player, and I got to go right at him. I've got to get him his fourth foul. He is too important to this team.
He came out. Here's an inside-outside. Lyric Lilly had that three-pointer deflected by Kingston Darnay. And now the ball was thrown off the back of Tristan Swank, who had his right foot on the baseline. It will go to Minneapolis with 1:17 left to go here in the second quarter. 23-23, our score. Minneapolis now with the ball. Here's a run and jump. Potacik takes it away. Tiernan down the left-hand side of the paint. Got knocked down to the floor, all the way to the pad on the wall, and missed the layup. Minneapolis has it back the other way. Minneapolis with 7 turnovers in this first half. Southeast just has 2.
That's a wall.
And now a traveling violation on Minneapolis. Will give it back to Southeast. .3 seconds left to go before the break. We'll talk about the girls' contest earlier. Shauna Smith will spare a few minutes and come talk to us. It's a good outing for the Lady Trojans. Here's Tristan Swank. Jumper up and good. Tristan, that short corner jumper, he's starting to make that a staple, isn't he?
Yep, he is. I mean, that's kind of always been even JV ball. That's kind of been his shot, his MO.
Trojans turning it up a notch here, tightening the cuffs on defense. They have forced Minneapolis out near the logo. Minneapolis having trouble getting settled into their offense. Now Norris has it along the baseline, trapped underneath the basket, nowhere to go. Puts a shot up over the back of Hendricks Lund. And we will go the other way. Lund will be shooting free throws. Minneapolis is over their limit.
And this is kind of unfamiliar territory, free throw line for us. We don't get there very often.
Tanner Norris called for the foul. Going for that rebound. Hendricks Lund at the free throw line. Yeah, and that was a problem. Francis Flax and I talked about that against Sacred Heart. Just 6 free throw attempts for Southeast of Saline. Sacred Heart, meanwhile, had 29 free throw attempts. And as Coach said, that's not the ref's fault.
Nope. They just were the more aggressive team.
First free throw missed. Second one also strong. Rebound Minneapolis. They have it with 14 seconds left to go. Norris still in the backcourt. Will bring it across the timeline. 10 on the clock. Norris now fires it off to the left. Helget gets inside the paint on the left-hand side. Fires it hard off the board. Clock down to 3. Stolen away by Potacik. Tiernan, another long shot at the buzzer. And that one goes in! Tiernan Potacik, for the second time in 2 seasons, fires a half-quarter off the backboard, and it goes in. Southeast of Saline has a lead here at halftime. Last year he did it in front of the scorer's table from the right-hand side, I believe, for halftime. This time he does it on the left-hand side of the floor, and Tiernan Potacik gets a three-pointer and a big 3 points for Southeast of Saline as we hit the break. Potacik with 11 points for Southeast of Saline. Adam Teal with 12 as we go to the intermission. 28-23, Southeast of Saline leads it here at halftime. When we come back, we'll have stats from the first half and also recap the girls' contest with head coach Shauna Smith. It's coming up when we come back here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Gwinnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Gwinnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. 28-23, Taryn Patachi with a big, more than half-court shot there at the end of the second quarter. Gives Southeast much needed 3 extra points and a 5-point lead here at halftime. Time now to recap the girls' contest from earlier tonight. To do that, head coach Shauna Smith joins us in the booth at 47-28. It was a convincing, dominant victory for your Southeast Lady Trojans. And, of course, welcoming back Abba Pearson tonight into the lineup. And not only do you have Abba, we saw her early on make a couple of plays that just in the flow of the offense, it's like the rhythm was back. It was something that was missing, especially against a zone like that. But just having that extra sub, and we saw Kaya Samuelson take a break tonight. We saw different people having different things. Was it kind of tough for you to get back into that swing of your substitution pattern, and how much did it help?
Well, and that's kind of, I told the girls that it's kind of like one of those things that now we are sold 8 deep on our bench now. I mean, we feel like we come that comes off the bench is not going to hurt us necessarily. We can all have scores in there at all times. So it really helped, and I think tonight she had to get the rust off a little bit. Took her a little bit to get off, and it's going to keep coming off because she's only been at 2 practices.
Your defense was really good tonight. You were able to hound Minneapolis into 24 turnovers unofficially. You went through phases where it was just hard for them to score. They have 5 points in the first quarter. They only have 6 points in the third quarter. They have 4 points in the fourth quarter, and it was a full court effort. Your guys' defense was really, really good in the full court. And in my eyes, it was Reese Heinrich tonight that was kind of the staple of that. It just seemed like she was on the floor, just never left, and she was a pest all night long for Minneapolis.
Yeah, and she is a pest there. I mean, I guess she was kind of we told her, just don't, obviously she got some fouls there, but just make them work hard. And I thought she did, for even when they got past half court there, they said they didn't have any easy looks, any easy passes in there. But I thought, everybody did a tremendous job of doing those things.
As back and forth and as defensive oriented as this game was, your girls went almost a quarter and a half, almost 2 quarters without a turnover. It was the second quarter you didn't have a turnover, and almost the whole third quarter without a turnover. You only have 10 turnovers for the game. I thought that was big for you. Also, the way that the offense ran inside, outside, it was almost as if the conversation during the week coming up to this game was about Minneapolis and their inside presence, and Sutton Douglas took that to heart.
Yeah, and we knew that the middle, that zone was the thing that was most open, and that's why we kind of kept rotating some kids in there just to see, who was going to kind of got advantage. And I thought Kaya did a really good job inside there.
Yes.
And then Sutton got inside. But I thought tonight we kind of did a good job of kind of taking turns of kind of who was scoring where in different places. Because Reese didn't have any points tonight, and that's very unusual for her, but she does a lot of other good things for us. But then Kaya finally got going for us.
Yeah, when Sutton Douglas inside, I don't know what the rebound count was, but when you look at Bailey Randall Hurt, their leading scorer, and you compare her to Sutton, Sutton came out with a +4 when you're just comparing points. But just the things that she was doing inside, it helped out extremely. Extremely good. I'm with you with Kaya Samuelson. I think tonight maybe was her best all-around game this season. We've seen her do things but struggle for points like Tuesday. She really had a good game on Tuesday, just didn't score. Tonight, though, she was really good.
Yeah, and like I said, she was for 32 minutes in full court. She did a little bit of everything. And I thought tonight we talked to her about attacking the basket more. We can't just live and die at the 3-point line, and we kind of started doing that early on in the first quarter. We were kind of living at the 3-point line. And then we kind of got her in that high post spot, and I thought then she started attacking the basket.
Another girl that created a lot of chaos for Minneapolis tonight that was really good defensively was Reagan Duran. And I'm talking about Reagan's defense in a week where she scored 29 points as well to go with that.
Yeah.
So she's had a pretty good week, too.
Yeah, Reagan, I don't even know what Reagan even had tonight.
She had 9 tonight.
She had 9 tonight. But Reagan does a lot of things that some people don't ever see. A lot of times she's having to guard somebody that's, outsized her, but she does that. But she is so athletic and so long. I always tell her arms are way longer than her body is. But I thought she did a good job, like just rebounding and doing other things there. I mean, both her and Sutton did a good job inside there.
With Reagan, I made the comment during the game. She is super athletic. She does have long arms, but you can see her kind of turn the page between last year and this year. Now it's the thought that's the anticipation of what's going to happen and kind of having that extra half step that we always talk about, right?
Yeah. We actually kind of talked about her being a freshman in the locker room after the game there a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like how much, she has grown so much, in the game here, and she's going to keep getting better. And I think Abigail is going to help our team with all those things there because Abigail sees things beforehand, and so other kids start seeing those things also.
6th win of the season. I know it didn't happen last year. Hasn't happened this year yet. You just don't lose back-to-back games. It's not something that you do. I need to go back and look. I just don't want to do it because I don't want to jinx you, but you get a 6-3 win now. You get a big win in league play. You were behind the 8 ball a little bit there as far as league record goes. Now you're back to 2-2. Big week next week. It's an interesting week because you play Lions at home on Tuesday, but then you have Clay Center, who is one of the better teams from the NCKL. They're going to come in and have a big challenge for you on Friday. What do you think about your week next week?
We play Lions on Tuesday. It's kind of one of those games that sometimes those are some hard games to get through. But you got to come out and play. We got to work on some things. Clay Center, they play against a really, really good guard.
Yeah.
That we're going to learn to play smart defensively and then just run our offense there. But I think we're still pretty young. Some of the kids on the court here. I mean, we have there are 4 seniors there, but we're still pretty young here as far as kids that are playing there. But I think we've got to keep learning and keep growing with the game that way and playing against good players.
Going to shoot some free throws over the weekend?
We've talked a lot about that tonight. If somebody has something for me, that would be great. But you talk about not losing 2 in a row just a little bit ago. That was our last thing we talked about a lot. We don't lose 2 in a row.
That's how a losing streaks start. You haven't started one yet, and it's been some time. 47-28. Coach, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. Her girls tonight get their 6th win of the season. They will welcome in the Lady Lions from Lions into the gym on campus at SES coming up on Tuesday. Here at halftime, 28-23. Southeast of Saline leads it by 5. We'll take a 1-minute break. Back with third quarter action after this on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in the Minneapolis High School gym on Bennington State Bank night. Bennington State Bank supports local, and they supported everybody's wallets tonight. Everybody that came in and is in attendance for the games tonight had their ticket paid for in full by Bennington State Bank. I want to thank them for helping support local and also high school athletics. It's a very important community here for Bennington State Bank, supporting not only Minneapolis but also Southeast of Saline. Scoring from the first half, Southeast of Saline leads it by 5 thanks to Adam Teal with 12, Tiernan Potacek with 11, 2 for Hendricks Lund, and Tristan Swank, 1 for Lyric Lilly. Minneapolis Lions, they're being led by Owen Just with 7, 5 for Kingston Darnay, also 3 for Tanner Norris, Brecken Weatherman, and Kenyon Darnay, and 2 points for Grant Rice. Southeast 1 of 6 from the free throw line, Minneapolis 5 of 7. Southeast with just 2 turnovers in the first half, Minneapolis with 7. What do you think here about the third and fourth quarters coming up here? Kevin, your new image audio, keys to the second half.
I think it's getting that third guy going offensively, whether that's Hendricks, whether it's Lyric, whether it's, Isaiah. One of those guys need to get going in the second half.
Adam Teal yanked an offensive rebound it for Southeast of Salina. Now a foul will be called by the baseline official. I believe this is going to go against SES here. Let's see who gets it. It will be Kane Sawyers, and that will be his third. So an early foul here for Kane Sawyers as we hit the break. Kane, Hendricks Lund, and Tristan Swank all had 2. Now Sawyers has 3, and Francis Flax will leave him on the floor for now.
And I can't fault him for that. Just an aggressive play, and it's kind of what you want to see out of him. And that's a traveling
violation called on Minneapolis, their 8th turnover of the game. Want to thank Kansas Bankers Technologies, also Technical Consulting, helping us connect and bring you these games from Minneapolis, also Salina Fence Company, and Southeast of Saline's Booster Club, showcasing exceptional student activities and building that purple power. Here's a three-pointer by Potacek. That's no good. Minneapolis with the rebound, now back the other way.
And to me, that offensive possession, you can get that shot anytime if you're SES, right? I want to see that ball side to side, go inside, go outside, and then Tiernan can take that shot later in the shot clock. He's going to be wide open.
28-23, both teams looking for their first points of the second half here. Ball slips through the hands of Max Helgett. Potacek right there along with him. It is Isaiah Kerr that has the defensive assignment for Owen Just. Kerr got lost on a screen that time. Just puts a shot up, it won't go. And it'll be Adam Teal cleaning up the rebound.
And it's not a secret. When Just went out with that third foul in that first half, that's when we kind of made that little run that we went on.
Adam Teal for 3, just to the shade, left-hand side, top of the circle. He has 15 already in this game. Here's a steal by Kane Sawyers. Came out in the passing lane, took it away from Minneapolis right in front of their bench. Southeast now in transition, spin move in the paint. Potacek finds Kerr, jumper won't go down, and a rebounding foul will be called here on Adam Teal. His second of the night. I have mixed emotions about that. I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. I'm going to say it. There is no such thing as over the back. There isn't. Adam Teal out-jumped everybody that time and put his arm over the top and got the foul for really no contact.
No contact at all, but there were 2 Minneapolis guys there, and the first one, he went all the way over to get the ball, but never made any contact.
Yeah. Shouldn't be punished for out-jumping and out-working somebody.
Yeah.
Here's a three-pointer by Minneapolis. That's no good for Helgett on the left-hand side. Loose ball on the floor. Owen Just comes up with it, scoops it, and lays it in. Owen Just has 9.
And that's kind of Just's MO. He will outwork you, man. He was clear out at the three-point line, and he beat all of us to go get that loose ball.
31-25, 6-point lead for Southeast of Saline. Shot by Potacek. Comes up empty. Back the other way, the Lions. Helgett down along the baseline, works his way to the rim, maybe been partially blocked that time by Teal, and he also takes it away. Here's Kerr up the right-hand side. Back to the middle, Hendricks Lund pulls up for 3, unguarded, and I know we want to see more of that from Hendricks Lund.
Yep.
He sensed nobody was on him. They had a mismatch. Minneapolis defense was out of sorts, and he was able to take advantage.
Yep. And that's the ability that he has and that we've been kind of calling for. Like, he's just got to find that consistency and that confidence in his jump shot again.
I have to remind myself with him, though, a lot like I do with some of the girls that Shauna Smith has. They're really young, sophomores. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
It's one of those things, our expectations, there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes we got to remind ourselves there's still a lot of learning going on here.
Well, and see, the reason our expectations are so high is because we've seen some of his offensive outputs. That's why our expectations for him are what they are.
Yeah, I said it a couple of times the other night.
Yeah.
Had a game where he went for 16, also a game for 17 this year. He can score.
Yeah.
Here's a three-pointer that's put up, dives off the back of the rim and falls in from Kenyon Darnay. He had a three-point play the hard way in the second quarter. That one from the outside will go in. 34-28. Now Potocnik loses the handle on it. Norris takes it away from him. That's just the third turnover for Southeast of Saline in this game. And now a ball that goes out of bounds that Minneapolis loses.
And you could tell, like Minneapolis's offense isn't near as fluent if the ball's not in Just hands and the action doesn't get started with Just. So the thing is try to keep the ball out of his hands.
4:04 left to go here, third quarter, about halfway through the third. Potocnik, fake of the spin move. He's going to unload it out to Lund. Now right-hand side, Tierna Potocnik. Potocnik on the right wing, gets by his defender. Now he passes it off at the last moment. Potocnik hit the deck hard, and a foul will be called here on Minneapolis. The foul will go against Kenyon Darnay, his second. Minneapolis' first team foul here in the third. Sawyers will receive the inbounds. Now they play it back to Hendricks Lund. Lund gets pushed off his spot there a little bit, plays it to Sawyers, now gets it back. 34-28. Southeast of Saline.
And I think you got to dump it into Teal. He's working hard. He's calling for it. You got to give him the ball. You got to give him the chance.
Yeah, he had Weatherman guarding him right now. That's a matchup I would take. Here's a no-look pass, though. Potocnik finding Kerr down low. And Isaiah Kerr, his first bucket of the night. How about that dime dropped there by Tiernan?
Well, the thing is he demands so much respect on the floor, and everybody collapses on him. And, Kerr's doing the right thing by, getting a dive down to the goal and finishing.
There's a shot up. That is no good. And rebound cleaned up. Hendricks Lund, Southeast of Saline. 3:02 left to go here in the third. 36-28. Kerr with it on the right wing. Now to Potocnik. Potocnik, little head and shoulder fake, collects the defense again. Out to Hendricks Lund. That's no good. Potocnik somehow gets the rebound.
Wow.
How did he go from point A to point B there? And now a collision as Adam Teal gets tripped up near the baseline, and a blocking foul will be called against Minneapolis for their second team foul of the quarter. It's on Norris. It's his second.
I think that was one of those plays where there probably was going to be a no call on that until the contact took Adam down. What do you think about those play-ons like that? Do you like them, or are they just so inconsistent?
Yeah, we had one in the girls' game that Tyler Smith and I were talking through. And it was one of those where Sutton Douglas was shadowing the Minneapolis player, but the Minneapolis player went out of bounds on the baseline. Well, you can't let him play through that, right? Yeah. You have to call something. And if you go with the fair call, you can't really call the Minneapolis player for stepping out of bounds. She didn't do it on purpose, right? She had some help there, even though it maybe did not justify a foul. But when you have to call something, I think that's where you call the foul. And I think that time it went against Minneapolis. In the girls' game, it went against Sutton Douglas for Southeast. There's a shot put up. Saved by Owen Just. He plays it out to Weatherman, looking for his second three. That's no good. Kingston Darnay has it. Now he lost the ball. Goes rolling out to a shooter that cannot get it. Grant Rice came up empty on that release. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. 36-28. Here's Potocnik in transition. His jumper comes up empty. Should have pulled up from half court. Now out to Lyric Lilly. His three. That crawls in and out. No good. Tristan Swank got a finger on the rebound, but Owen Just ultimately claims it.
All but down.
Just tries to get around the corner. Leaner, up, no good. Again, got his own rebound in the middle of three different Southeast players. It's the second or third time that Owen Just has been able to do that, and this time it's going to get Southeast into a foul. It will be the third foul on Adam Teal.
I don't know if I've ever seen a player follow his shot as good as Just does. It doesn't matter where he goes on the court. I mean, he goes and gets that rebound.
I mean, great shooters have a feel. If they miss a shot, they know exactly where it's going, right? I mean, it makes sense. It's just effort.
Yep.
Missed the first free throw, got the second. He is now the only Minneapolis player in double digits as he hits 10. 36-29, 1:32 left to go here in the third quarter. Lilly has it up top. He'll bounce it left-hand side to Potocnik. Tiernan now will bring it around, play to Isaiah Kerr. Kerr will do the same. He'll get to the free throw line, bounce it out to Lyric Lilly. Kerr on the left, Underhand pass back to Lilly, middle of the floor. Shot clock down to 10. Lilly, stop. He's going to put up the jumper off the front of the rim. That's no good. Rebound taken in by Owen Just. Up the floor. And a wide open layup of Kenyon Duranan. Nobody back there for Southeast of Saline as Duranan leaked out. Down to a 5-point game. Southeast of Saline's 9-point lead has been cut nearly in half. Here's Potacek, and he's fouled, grabbed at the hip by Kenyon Duranan. And that will be his third. Team foul number 3 for Minneapolis, so each team still has a foul to give here in the last 48 seconds of the third quarter. Southeast of Saline a chance to run an inbounds play here underneath their own basket. Potacek will be the trigger. Tiernan looking. Plays it out to Kerr. Kerr open from 3, will let it fly. That's off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound comes down to Minneapolis. Max Helgett with the rebound that time.
It's, that shot might have been a little bit earlier. I just don't mind it. He was wide open. Yeah. Nobody came out and got him.
Owen Just in traffic rises up and knocks down another shot. He has 5 in the quarter, and now a traveling violation against Southeast of Saline. They'll give it back. The 4th turnover for SES here in this game, 2nd one in the third quarter. And now Minneapolis will get it with 28 seconds left to go in the third. Shot clock is off, trailing by 3. Just guarded by Kerr. Over to the left-hand side, Helgett has it. Now to Rice. Rice brings it back to the right. Weatherman with a big bounce inside to Duranan. He went to the rim and then threw it out of bounds on the opposite side. 4 turnovers in the period for Minneapolis. Now Southeast has it back with 11 seconds left to play here in the quarter. And springing up off the bench, checking into the game, is Oliver White for the first time. They're going to get Owen Just out and give him a break. He also, remember, has 3 fouls, so protecting him a little bit here, not making him play defense. There's a big screen by Tristan Swank up top. It's going to end up Potacek with an open 3. That's no good. Teal at the buzzer. That one's going to take a bounce and no good. So Southeast of Saline had a lead. They built to 9 points, but Minneapolis has come back. They have cut the lead now back down to 3. We will go to the fourth quarter. 36-33, Southeast of Saline. It's Trojan basketball. And it's brought to you by the Cale Sharp Agency of Shelter Insurance in Salina.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
36-33 as we start 4th and final quarter action. Here's a deflection by Hendricks Lund. Sawyer's unable to come up with it. Now Minneapolis kicks it out. Helgett had a 3, but he drives to the basket, lost the ball, ends up with Owen Just. His 3-pointer's no good, and Kane Sawyer's with the rebound.
And I think for us, just to finish out the fourth quarter, we just got to methodically kind of just move the ball side to side, run our offense, what got us there.
Lyric Lilly, he's been quiet tonight. That 3-pointer from the corner misses. Tristan Swank will get the rebound on the backside. Tristan bullies his way back to the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Lilly. They'll save it. Southeast has another possession. Here's Hendricks Lund, top of the circle. His 3-pointer won't go down. Swank again inside. And Tristan Swank, just playing bully ball underneath the rim, has just picked up another foul against Minneapolis, and Tristan will go to the free throw line. Oh, no, they're going to call it on the floor. It's interesting.
That was number 5. That was Just. That wasn't number 2. That was.
I say it was Grant Rice. That is his first.
Grant wasn't anywhere around Tristan.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, that was 5 all day long.
Grant's not hard to miss. He has a big brace on his right arm. Swank trying that short corner jumper, can't get it to go. Again in the mix for the rebound. He and Darnay on the floor, and Kingston Darnay flips it out to Norris, who will bring it up the floor for Minneapolis. Norris with it, looking for Just. Now he's jumped. Patachi came out defensively for a quick double team. Now to Helget on the right-hand side. Back into Darnay. A hand in there defensively. Ball on the floor, and they'll go to the arrow, and it's going to be southeast of Saline ball. Patachi on a run by that time, just kind of put his hand in the passing lane, knocked that ball free, and created the 5th turnover for Minneapolis here in this game. Adam Teal took a quick break between quarters. He's coming back in along with Isaiah Kerr. Swank and Lilly will go out. 36-33, southeast of Saline. Patacic with it across the logo here at center court. Starts out right, comes back left now. Goes to Hendricks Lund. Up to Kane Sawyers. Now down low to Teal, working one-on-one. Back out to Kerr. Kerr doesn't like his shot. He'll play it back. Now Sawyers has it. Kane Sawyers wants to drive. He'll kick it out to Kerr. Isaiah now stopped, no dribble. Bounce pass intended down inside for Teal. Owen Just intercepted it in all-in-one motion. Owen Just caught that ball, then bounced it off the leg of Adam Teal. And again, this baseline official is not calling anything.
Yeah.
Like he's just, and when I say that, I mean it's not wrong. He's not calling anything. He just looks at his partners, and I'm not sure anybody knows what to do. The players knew what happened. They knew where the ball was going. These two teams still looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. Almost 2 minutes gone by. 36-33, southeast of Saline. Just with it. Now swings it left to Norris. Norris wants to drive. Double team there, stolen by Patacic. Good double team by Southeast along that baseline. Patacic now crosses over, gets into the paint, tried to hand it off to Teal. It's going to be deflected and taken away. The two teams exchanging turnovers there. And now a timeout called by Minneapolis. Their first-year head coach, Trent Brewbreaker, wants to talk about it. We'll step aside as well. 5:46 left to go here in this one. Both teams looking for the first points of the fourth quarter, and it's a 30-second timeout on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA. KINA.
36-33, our score. 5:46 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played here in Minneapolis. Owen Just for a three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Teal out battling Kingston Darnay for that rebound. Southeast of Saline has it. Tiernan Patacic started out right, now back to the middle of the floor. He'll swing it around, ends up with Teal in the far corner. Now to Isaiah Kerr, who comes from the left-hand side. Here's Lund, catching, shooting, three-pointer, good. Hendricks Lund with a three-pointer. That's his second one of the night. He has 8.
And everything is Hendricks is a rhythm shooter. He's not one that's just going to, the ball gets swung to him, and everything is in rhythm. He goes up, and it's just a great shot.
Patacic that time came in. We've seen him do this several times, coming off his man and trying to create a steal. That time he got called for a foul for Tiernan. That'll be just his second. And as active as he's been tonight, that's a compliment in all its own that he has remained that clean. So just the second foul there on Tiernan Patacic. 6-point lead. That three-pointer by Hendricks Lund was big.
Yeah, absolutely. And for him to be struggling shooting and have the confidence to take that shot with 5 minutes to go in the game, knowing how big of a shot it is, I mean, that's credit to him.
Owen Just out top with the basketball. A couple of different guys guarding him. He came off of Kerr, and then Kane Sawyers was there to help. Here's a leaner in the paint that is up and good. Kenya Darnay now has 10 points. It's a good-looking freshman, right?
Yep.
39-35. Southeast of Saline with the basketball, leading by 4, approaching the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Hendricks Lund has it. Brecken Weatherman's back in there for Minneapolis. Lund gave it up, now gets it back. He'll fire right-hand side to Teal. Now Teal is hand-checked, and that's a silly foul for Kenyon Darnay because he has just picked up his 4th foul 25 feet away from the basket.
Is that it? That's a young man playing basketball right now, right?
Yep.
He doesn't understand that, he's their second best offensive weapon on the floor right now. And now he has to come off the floor, and we weren't going anywhere.
His development will be fun to watch.
Yes.
I'm impressed with him already. Here's Potacek wide open. He's going to launch the 3. Can't get it to fall. Sawyers keeps it alive for Southeast. Out to Kerr. He'll try the 3. Canned it! Give the credit to Kane Sawyers. Isaiah Kerr with the points, but Kane has done that several different occasions this evening.
Just stealing extra possessions. We've had it done to us so many times. It's just about that effort of wanting to go get that rebound.
Potacek sprinting out, getting in the passing lane, and again, got called for a little nickel and dimer there. That is Tiernan Potacek's 3rd foul. He will join the club of Kane Sawyers and Adam Teal with 3 fouls for Southeast of Saline. Nobody has 4. For Minneapolis, Owen Just has 3, and Kenyon Darnay has 4.
Max Helgett there.
2-pointer by Helgett, his first basket of the night. 42-37. I think it's interesting because the guys on both sides that we have in foul trouble are the main offensive contributors.
Yeah.
It's the leading scorers on both ends. 5-point lead here by Southeast. 3.5 minutes left to go. Here's Sawyers taking his defender to the free throw line. Now goes to Adam Teal. Out to Potacek. Potacek collects the defense, shoots it, a double team, and he makes it, and is fouled. Tiernan Potacek knocked to the court as he swished a jumper on the left-hand side, and he will go to the free throw line and try to get the 3-point play. What a play by TP. That foul will go against Kingston Darnay. That is his 2nd. Potacek's free throw, high arcing shot, won't go down, but Kerr keeps it alive. Potacek back in the cup. Boy, how many times has this Southeast team gone after team rebounds like that and kept the ball alive? They have put the lead back at 9 and a full timeout taken by Minneapolis. 46-37 our score, 3:17 left to go, and it's a 60-second timeout here on KINA.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can't I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
3:17 left to play here in this one. 46-37. Southeast of Saline leads it by 9. It equals their biggest lead of the night. Full court pressure out of the timeout for the Trojans. And a deflection. Hendricks Lund slaps that one out of bounds. Minneapolis will have to re-rack.
And what this does is, one, it slows Minneapolis down, but two, they're going to chew up a ton of that shot clock before they get to half court, and then they're going to be sped up to have to get an offensive possession off.
Well, right now they're still in the backcourt.
Yep.
Owen Just trying to get it across, and Isaiah Kerr will get a foul, leaning on Just for Isaiah. That is his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 3. Both teams have 3 fouls, so each team has a foul to give before they will put the other team on the line. 3 minutes left to go. Weatherman over to Helgett, his 3. In and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Norris takes it away, and then he stepped out of bounds on the baseline. His momentum carried him towards the out-of-bounds line, but unable to keep it all in bounds there. So Southeast will get it back. 2:52 left to go. Potocik, Kerr, Lund, Sawyers, Teal on the floor. And an unforced turnover as Potocik's pass goes right through the hands of Hendricks Lund. 6 turnovers for Southeast tonight. That is still an impressive total for them.
Yeah, because that's really what's contributed to our demise here the last probably 4 games is it has been turnovers. We've, turnover after turnover after turnover and second chance points that we've given up.
14 turnovers against Sacred Heart on Tuesday night in the loss. 46-37 here, 2:33 left to play. Minneapolis trailing with the basketball. Kenyon and Kingston Darnay both out around the three-point line. Now they go to Owen Justice. Turnaround shot from the baseline is up. No good. Adam Teal there to get the rebound for Southeast. Here comes Tiernan Potocik with it. Over in the corner to Lund. Now they play it back out. Maybe using some clock here. Southeast of Saline. Try to take it inside. 2 minutes left to go. Teal with it. Now Potocik. Tiernan, a little runner in the paint. His left-handed shot won't go down. Rebound taken in by Tanner Norris. Up the left-hand sideline. Grant Rice has it. Rice will pull up. Play it back to Norris. 1:55 left to go. Southeast has only given up 4 points so far here in this fourth quarter. Here's Darnay inside. A little up and under move against Kane Sawyers. Sawyers fouled him, and Darnay will go to the free throw line. 4th personal foul for Kane Sawyers. Kingston Darnay to the free throw line. Has 5 points. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe so far in this game. First free throw misses. Here's a final from Hayes. Remember, they started an hour earlier than us, but still, they got bonus basketball in overtime. Sacred Heart beats TMP 48-45.
Oh,
that'll be a fun game to go back on Salina Post and watch later.
Yeah.
Kingston Darnay, 1 of 2 at the line, has 6 points now.
Well, if you're anything like me, during the KU game, I shut it off with about 5 to go, because I was like, this is over. And then I seen on Facebook they were down 3, so I know all about that.
There's Potocik in a trap, and they're going to call a foul against Minneapolis. I do not have the ability to shut those games off. I just don't.
I was just like, we just couldn't get anything right. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm getting too upset about this. I've had enough.
That foul for Minneapolis is on Max Helgett. That is his first foul. Now both teams at the limit on fouls. 4 team fouls for each squad. Here's a high post to Teal. He dumps it down low. Sawyers, and he scores! A beautiful, buttery pass from Adam Teal to Kane Sawyers. That's Sawyers' first points of the night. Here's Just. He got twisted up like a pretzel. His shot won't go down. Now Kerr trips over a Minneapolis defender, and they're going to call traveling. I agree. I do agree with that.
I think that is the right call.
The Minneapolis player was on the floor at the feet of Kerr. He didn't move.
Yep.
And Kerr tripped over him.
Yep.
I am okay with that.
Yeah.
Minneapolis. A three-pointer by Kenyon Darnay. He has 13 points. Minneapolis now trying to steal it, and the ball on the floor. And the possession arrow in favor of the Lions.
And so
nope, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on who? They're going to call a foul on Adam Teal that will send Tanner Norris to the free throw line, it looks like. I think. We'll keep it right here. Francis Flax has called a full timeout. We will keep it right here. Nick Garst producing and engineering tonight. For Adam Teal, that will be his 4th foul. As that ball went on the floor and there was a scrum for it, Adam Teal ends up getting a loose ball foul, and they will send a Minneapolis Lion to the free throw line. I believe it will be Tanner Norris, who tonight is he is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. All of those came in the first quarter, and those are his only points. Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you tonight by Stardust Trophies and more in downtown Salina. Also, Isaacson Truck Line, Phillips Seed Farms, Ryan Roofing, Bryson Flax. Also the Southeast of Saline Booster Club, along with Salina Fence Company. And our presenting sponsor for tonight's games, the Shelter Insurance Agency of Cale Sharp on Beaumont Boulevard in Salina. It's a new year. Make sure you have your insurance reviewed. Maybe Cale can save you some money, or maybe you'll spend the same money but get better coverage. How good would that be? Go see Cale Sharp at his Shelter Insurance Agency on Beaumont in Salina. 48-41, our score. It will be Norse at the free throw line. Again, 3 out of 4 from the stripe. All of those free throws came in the first quarter. Those are his only points tonight. First free throw is up and good. And on a night that free throws just haven't gone down in this gym, Tanner Norris is the lone bright spot so far. Second attempt on its way. That one's also good. 5-point game, 64 seconds left to play. Potacik in the backcourt along with Lund. Lund had it go off of his shin. Now to Potacik. Potacik trying to get it across, and they do. They had 2 seconds to spare. Kerr played it to the left. Now gets it back. Minneapolis trying to foul. Kenyon Darnay, though, cannot foul. He already has 4. Owen just looking at his coach. And now they'll get a foul out of Helget. That's the one that needed a foul for Minneapolis, as he only had 1 foul. That now is his second. Kenyon Darnay would have picked up his 4th, Owen Just would have picked up his 4th if either one of those guys fouled for Minneapolis. So it will be Hendricks Lund stepping to the free throw line with 44 seconds left to go. First free throw up, and he cans it. Hendricks Lund now with 9 points. Second free throw on the way, got them both. 2 of 4 from the free throw line now in this game. He missed both attempts in the second quarter. He's given Southeast a 7-point lead. And now Minneapolis will call a timeout with 39 seconds left to play. It'll be a side inbounds for Minneapolis when we come back after this full timeout. We'll step away, 60 seconds, 39 seconds left to go. Southeast leads it by 7 here on KINA.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
39 seconds left to go in this NCAA battle between Southeast and Minneapolis. Southeast with a 7-point lead. They get it inside to Norris. Blocked from behind. Good defensive play there by Southeast of Saline. Now loose ball on the floor, and they're going to call a foul on Minneapolis. Kerr had it, scooped it up, played it out to Potacik on the outlet over on the far sideline, and then Tiernan from behind. He will visit the free throw line after a foul in Minneapolis. Max Helget picks up his 3rd. So already a 2-possession plus lead for Southeast, leading by 7. Tiernan Potacik can extend to that. He's only shot 1 free throw tonight. His second attempt up and barely hit anything. Now an 8-point lead for Southeast. Second free throw on the way. Got them both. 2 of 3 now from the stripe. Southeast has built, again, a 9-point lead. It's the 3rd time tonight they've led by 9. Here's Kenyon Darnay, another 3-pointer. That's his 3rd one of the night as the freshman going off here for Minneapolis. He has 16 points here in this game, and he is keeping the Lions alive, now bringing it back to a 2-possession game.
They called that a 3, right?
Yep.
I would bet you money. I could see, my eyes are so good, his foot was on that line.
Well, we'll have to consult our replay specialist.
Yeah, because to me, it looked like his foot, it would have been his right foot on the line, way over the line. I was like, okay.
Oh, they just fixed it. They fixed it. They
booth review.
Earpiece.
Yeah, booth review.
Yep. So it's back to a 7-point game now. 52-45. They They took a digit off, so it was a 2-pointer for Kenyon Darnay. Great call. Good call there, Kev. Yep. Nice job, bud. I don't say this very often, but I'm proud of you. 21 seconds left to go. Here comes Southeast down the floor. Hendricks-Lund now slams on the brakes, plays it back to Kerr, who's being grabbed around the waist. That will be a foul on Owen Just, his 4th. So Isaiah Kerr will visit the free throw line.
I think this helps us, right?
Yep.
So it's a late game situation. It is a couple of possessions, so the pressure isn't as high as it would be if it was a one possession or a tied game. But these are the lessons that we have to learn to kind of get to where we want to go.
That free throw attempt by Isaiah Kerr was missed. That is only Isaiah's 8th free throw attempt of the season.
And to me, that's not enough. And I know we've talked about this. I mean, he's got the ability to get to the cup and get downhill, and he should be at 30 free throws for the year.
Missed them both. Minneapolis, though, turns the ball over. Teal there to scoop it up. And now we'll go back the other way. Adam Teal will go to the free throw line. That should safely do it for Southeast of Saline. 9.9 seconds, and you lead it by 7. Adam Teal will be stepping to the free throw line, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a shocking stat as well. This will be Adam Teal's first free throw attempts of the night. He has 15 points. And for the work he's done inside, for these to be his first free throws is a little unbelievable.
Yeah.
First free throw off the front of the rim, no good.
But for me, for Adam, I'm just so impressed with Adam. Like, it just seems like nothing phases this kid. He just keeps coming and just keeps delivering for this team.
Missed them both. 8 seconds left to go. Owen Just speeding back the other way. Helget's going to loft a 3 off the backboard, no good. Adam Teal with the rebound, and that should do it. 52-45, Southeast of Saline with the victory in a battle here in Minneapolis. Southeast of Saline now will go to 2-7 on the season. They get their first league win. Now they will go to 1-3 in league play. For Minneapolis, they will go to 2-8 on the season, and they will go to 2-4 in league play. 52-45 our final score. When we compile all the scoring and come back, we'll also have a conversation with Francis Flax. It's all coming up. When we come back, we'll check the final numbers for you of a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, 52-45. It is a victory for Southeast of Saline right here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here at Minneapolis High School in the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report. If you are out on the road, you want to make sure you take care of your tires, especially when that stuff's falling from the sky. You want to make sure air pressure is good to go. Air pressure can drop as much as 10 pounds in your tire during the winter months when the temperature goes down. Want to make sure you keep them properly inflated to not lose grip and to prolong the life of your tires. Contact the experts at Commercial Tire Centers. 52-45, the second victory of the season for Southeast of Saline. They get it here against Minneapolis. And now, Kevin, you have a Lions squad coming into your building on Tuesday for another league game. This is a Lions squad that was in a battle Tuesday against Minneapolis, and Minneapolis actually won that game 53-51. So again, you're looking past the weekend. You're looking for a home game on Tuesday and another winnable game. That should be a competitive night for you.
Yeah, I just kind of felt like this was a stepping stone type of a game. If we could play well and get a win. We've been close a few different times this year, but, the boys really put it kind of all together tonight. And it was good to see in the second half a few more people get involved with the scoring. And all that's going to do is just breed some more confidence moving forward, and hopefully it can be sustained, because you can have all the confidence in the world, but if you don't back it up with, stacking up a couple of different wins, back to back to back, it doesn't really do you a whole lot of good.
Let's go over scoring. It's a good night for Southeast of Saline. Not only did they get 3 guys into double digits, but they had a little bit of support with them as well. Tiernan Potachik with 17, Adam Teal with 15, Hendricks Lund with 10, 5 for Isaiah Kerr, 2 for Kane Sawyers, 2 for Tristan Swank, and 1 for Lyric Lilly. For Minneapolis, they were led in scoring by a freshman, Kenyon Derenay, 15 points for him, 12 for Owen Just, 6 points tonight for Kingston Derenay, also 5 points for Tanner Norris, 3 points for Brecken Weatherman, and 2 points for Max Helgett. Southeast of Saline, 5 of 15 from the free throw line, while Minneapolis went 9 of 13. Big story here, I think, though, in this close of a game was turnovers. Minneapolis with 14 turnovers, which isn't a terrible amount, but Southeast had half of that. Southeast officially with 7 turnovers in this game. Once again, 52-45, our final score. And a little discussion here with you. When you look at the Vernon Jewelers gym of the game, Adam Teal tonight, I think he did what we expect him to do, 15 points. Tiernan Potachik, he had a good night. I think that's probably expected out of him. The 10 points, though, when I'm looking at scoring and solely scoring, that 10 points out of Hendricks Lund is big tonight.
Yeah, because we could really put it on Hendricks' shoulders and say, listen, this is what we've been missing. That 10 points is just so huge, and we say it's only 10 points, but it's that third guy that can go with Adam and Tiernan. And then, you sprinkle in a little bit here, a little bit there from these other guys, and it becomes enough now, right? Because defensively we feel like we're good enough to hold some of these teams. But when you only got those 2 kids that are scoring, and if one of them kids are off, or one of those kids are off at game, then you're really in trouble. But that is the consistency we've been talking about with Hendricks, is if he can put in that 10 points a game, this changes our dynamics of our team.
It's a big win here on the road. Again, Southeast of Saline will be at home in the Purple Palace coming up on Tuesday as they will take on Lions. It'll be a regular night for us, we assume. Don't think any weather's going to come in. I think we get this blast here tonight, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be, almost 50 again. So we imagine the weather will be good, but Kansas, you never know, 52-45 as we await the arrival of Francis Flax. If you missed it earlier today, Southeast of Saline's ladies got a victory, 47-28. It was a dominant defensive performance for Shauna Smith's squad, 47-28. They only had 10 turnovers while forcing 24. 14 points for Kaya Samuelson. That's a new season high for her. Also, Sutton Douglas tied a season high with 11 points on their way to a 47-28 victory. 6-3 now on the season are the Lady Trojans of Southeast of Saline, and they get a much-needed NCAA League victory. They are now 2-2 on the season as they get rid of Minneapolis 47-28. We'll go ahead and we will put the cap on it. We will see you on Tuesday, 52-45 on the boys' side, 47-28 on the girls' side. We will talk to Francis Flax coming up on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. That'll do it for a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball. Thank you to Nick Garst, also Brian Denick, Kevin Lilly, and Tyler Smith. My name is Devin Haney saying thank you for joining us for Trojan Basketball. We will talk to you on Tuesday.